Hey guys, Dr. Patrick Price here today, and welcome to Sunday. I've got a good talk for you today. What are you guys doing today? Are you sitting around watching TV, eating dinner? The sun's kind of gone here in Houston, Texas, so it's getting kind of, well, it's not getting, it is kind of cloudy, so the mood is not necessarily the same when it's cloudy. Now guys, you can go, now this talk is not about this, just when you get this time of year and you don't have a lot of sunshine, there's a couple things you can do. One thing you can do is go to a sun tanning place. Now, you're not there to get a tan, but you're there to get some good UV light. So if your mood gets down, you don't feel quite yourself, go a couple times for the month and go to a sun tanning booth and lie and get your UV light. You're going to boost your mood, feel better, increase your vitamin D levels in your body, which are low in everyone. The other thing is you can go on Amazon and get these Lux lights, L-U-X. There's plenty of little lights. I bought mine a couple years ago. They're about $100. Hello guys, thanks for joining. The Lux lights are wonderful because it's about yay big. In the morning, you're sitting drinking your coffee or tea, eating your breakfast. You turn on the little light and put it right by yourself, and for 20 minutes is all you need to get your UV light, the good light that you need. It's got filters in it to protect you from the harmful rays, because remember there's several levels of UV light. But the idea is to boost your mood. So when you don't have the sunshine outside, and most of us are not getting outside anyway, it even when it's great in the summertime, how often you guys spend time outside? Maybe an hour a day at the most. That's not a whole lot. So it takes you about 20 minutes to get a good beam of sunlight on you. So what I want to talk to you today about, I'm here at home today taking it easy, and all you guys out there, when your wife is not home, what are you doing by yourself? You're like home alone, right? Are you cooking something different in the kitchen? Are you watching a program that normally she may not like me? Is it a new martial art movie, fight to the death, fight scene that she doesn't necessarily like? Or guys, do you ever have this moment where you're watching a movie and it's the final scene of the movie, and it's the best action part you've been waiting for, the final battle of the war scene of the movie, and your wife comes in and goes, I need to talk to you about something right now. Does this happen to you? I said, well, can this wait for like just a moment? I really need to tell you this now. So you have to decide at that point, do you have a movie you can pause, or is it something you're going to miss because it's on TV that you shouldn't be watching so much TV, by the way? But rent movies, watch movies online if you're going to watch them. Stop watching the news, guys. News will just depress you. It would just deter your brain, send that alpha wave, put you under hypnosis, and tell you exactly what it wants to tell you. Don't watch the news. Get your information here on private stations that you need to know about your health, your mind, your body. Today, what I really hear is, hey guys, I see you guys joining us now. Hey Chris. Hey Chris, do you know this? When you use a blow dryer and you use one all day long with your work, that you're getting 20,000 Gauss waves of energy. Gauss is measured energy. You know that the most dangerous unit you have in your house is not your microwave of radiation. It's a blow dryer. So if you're all day using a blow dryer, you're constantly being bombarded with high levels of radiation. So if you guys are using blow dryers, make sure you use it briefly. Don't use it a long time. And eventually get protection from radiation in your home when you can. And we'll talk about that more later. That's a whole nother talk for you guys. But Chris, since I see you on here, I wanted to mention that to you. Today, about eating healthy and dieting, if you will, I want to give you 5 good secrets. If you guys stay with me long enough, maybe I'll give you a bonus number 6, right? But if for some reason you guys start losing the station here and don't see me clearly, let me know, and I'll go back and not do this live and make sure you guys get to see the full video. So 5 secrets to real weight loss. Here we go. You guys ready? All right. So one of the chronic problems is diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is going crazy since they've entered the genetically modified foods on the market and so many other changes. 26 million Americans now are coming out with diabetes. That's like a almost 600% increase since the late 90s. And when did the genetically modified foods enter the market? Without your knowledge, it's 1996. 96 it entered the market, and it was on your plate, and you had no clue this had been changed. So what I want to do is talk to you, but also read you some stats here. Is now the number 7 leading cause of death in the United States is related to diabetes. Heart disease, cancer still at the top. 1 in 3 people now with cancer. 1 in 3. That means you're sitting at the table 1, 2, 3. It's a good chance someone is developing too much cancer in the body for whatever reasons. So So the United States now ranks 50th in the world of life expectancy. 50, 50. We're way down the ladder, guys. The average American is expected to maybe live 78 years. Did you get that? 78 years. So the Chinese tell us, what are our middle ages? The 70s. The 70s are your middle ages. Everyone should live over 100 easily. You hear your body's designed to live 120 years. What it really is. Diabetes costs $174 billion annually in direct medical expenses. $174 billion expenses. Did you get that? I'm going to tell you some of the ugly stuff, guys, get you an idea of what's going on. Gradually lose body weight is 95% of cases. Gaining weight is still diabetes, guys, the blood sugar thing. Now, the biggest cause that we know now is the corn syrups. Corn syrups destroy the function of the liver. The liver has to really work hard to try to break down corn, especially all the high fructose type corn. High fructose meaning it's more spiritual, right? Actually, no. High fructose corn syrup basically is like motor oil going through your liver. Your body cannot break it down. So if you want to start with weight loss and you look at diabetes, corn syrups have to be removed from your diet, which is almost in everything. Anything comes in a box, look at it. Corn syrup everywhere, right? So let's see. If you have a symptom, here's the thing. If you have any kind of symptom going on in your body, a symptom can be what? It can be bloating. It can be gas. It can be a headache. It can be insomnia. This is like your engine light of your car coming on. People all the time have some type of symptom. What do? We just put a Band-Aid on it and go on about your day. You start having bloating and constipation or diarrhea. Either way, we just go on. We just forget about it. We do that, right? A lot of people, if you guys watching don't do it, who does it? Someone you know does this. They don't worry about these symptoms because they don't think it's a big issue. They just think everybody gets this. Well, the fact is everybody is getting these things. But what if your car light came on? What if that little engine light came on your car? Would you just like put duct tape over it? Or would you like the next day go by the dealership or your friend's auto shop and have it checked out? You probably would, because your car is going to break down and something's going to go wrong and you'll be on your foot. So let's talk about secret number one. For weight loss, secret number one is, let's talk about fads and facts and things that really don't work. Low calorie, low fat diets just don't work. It's that simple. There's so many different ways to eat out there today. But this was a fad for so long of counting calories and lowering your fat. We know now lowering your fat is the wrong thing to do. And so you see yogurts and other things these days saying, hey, look, low fat. Well, low bad fats. I'm going to get into the bad fats, but you actually need fat. You need the good fats. High fat diet is actually better for you, but the good fats. So secret number one is about that. I'm going to tell you about what other people say. Dr. Webb, the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Calorie intake alone was not sufficient enough to lose weight. Okay, so most people believe that by weight loss, cutting calories, eating only one meal a day, and eating certain foods and starving yourself is the way to eat. Now, a new fad now is people are doing these, they go all day without eating, and next they call it intermittent fasting. Okay, this can be okay, but is it working for you or is it creating a new problem? Because when you're intermittent fasting, your adrenal glands are still firing in the morning since you have no food, and so you're burning out your adrenals, creating an adrenal fatigue. And we'll talk about the adrenals more in a minute. When your adrenals get tired or it has gone without food, you go into starvation mode. So if you're starving yourself, your body says, okay, hang on to the fat cells, I'm now starving. If you're doing intermittent fasting and it's working for you, you're losing weight, good for you. If you're not, you need to stop doing that. You need to eat the small little meals during the day. And I'll get more into that too in a second. So calories are the measurement of potential energy of the food. That's what calories are. Okay. So in the same manner, if you consume less calories than your body needs, it will break down fat and make more energy. Those will be losing weight if you're lowering your calories. So it can help. It can help. So that goes into the overeating part. Now, secret number two, I want to go right into this, hormones. What's in all your meats today, a lot of your foods, even in your vegetables, they have hormones in vegetables. Hormones are affecting everybody in a way that's just pandemic almost. When I go to other countries, it's the same thing. So many hormones are put into the animals, put into the dairy products, put into the cows. But ractifamine, things you may not heard, make the cattle really big and healthy looking, which are really not, just produces more meat. recombinant bovine growth hormone. There's so many hormones, and even chickens receive the hormones to make them grow. Have you ever seen a chicken grow like, steroid monster looking chicken? They don't get this big naturally. Look at chickens growing out on the farms. They're much smaller, and they don't grow to be huge monster steroid looking bodybuilding chickens out there, right? So when you're eating that, you're getting lots of the steroids in you, which are the hormones. The other thing is, if you're not getting organic chicken, which can be expensive, right, guys? Try to get just the least amount of chemicals at least you can into your food, which is almost impossible these days. But 32 vaccinations are shot into these chickens at birth. I had a chicken farmer for a patient for a while. And of course, he spilled the beans a little bit for me. He says, oh yeah, we just shoot those suckers at birth full of vaccinations right when they're born. And those are the ones that lay in the cage and they can't move because they have such neurological destruction to their body from over-vaccinating is they do not stand their entire lifetime. And you'll look online, you can see plenty of videos on this. So hormones not only affect your weight, your digestion, your energy, your sleep, your blood pressure, your metabolism, they affect your mood. Okay, anybody moody out there? I don't see anybody. Gail, are you moody? Let me ask Steve. Kelsey, I see you over there. Are you moody today? Then your hormones are out of balance, right? So what 3 glands affect your hormones, guys? Does anybody know? Come on, write a comment out there. Let's test you. This is like a test class here. I'm looking. Okay, I don't see anybody talking about this. Hey, hormones. Let's go from the top. Your thyroid gland. Thyroid does what? It's part of your metabolism, right? It speeds up, it slows down. But most people today are getting a slow thyroid. It's slowing down. So what are you going to have when your thyroid slows down? You're going to have weight gain, dry skin. Once again, no energy. Your mood, your hair is going to start falling out. A slow thyroid. Now, what's one of the things that's in all the water that affects your thyroid? Fluoride. Fluoride greatly affects your thyroid. So does chlorine that's in your water. Okay, I'll get into water in a second. But remember, the thyroid is also one thing is when it's low working, I'm pointing at it like you can see it, right? Your thyroid will make you constipated. A hyperthyroid can also be diarrhea. Now, when someone's thyroid is working too fast, usually it's because it's toxic. And iodine is a great way to treat your thyroid. It usually needs iodine because a lot of these chemicals, especially if you drink these monster drinks, Monster 2000, too many calories, well, they say low calories, but it's fake sugars, right? It's all the artificials. But it says it's got all this energy. Well, it's just loaded full of caffeine, and it's even the fake caffeine, the anhydrous, right? So when you see citrus flavoring used to be called a flame retardant. That is not natural in any way, but it is listed as a natural ingredient, citrus flavoring. So next time you look at some kind of drink, look at that citrus flavoring and just remember flame retardant. That will shut down your thyroid like nobody's business. Now let's go down a little further. How about your pancreas? Talking about diabetes. Your pancreas produces hormones, right? Pancreatin, insulin, things like this. Insulin is very important because you start producing less and less of it when your thyroid gets stressed. So your pancreas has to do also with breaking down proteins, which when you get type 2 diabetes, you cannot break down your proteins. So you bloat, you swell, you get inflammation. So you need the enzymes in the pancreas to break down food. Insulin is very much involved in your blood sugar, how your energy levels are, how your sleep is, how you gain weight, lose weight. So pancreas also very much involved in weight loss. What's the other area I just mentioned earlier? Your adrenal glands. Okay. Now your kidneys are down here, down at the bottom. You got those kidneys right on top. You just do your thumb kind of like this, and that's about a walnut size shape. That's the size of your adrenal glands. So your adrenal glands are your fight or flight. Okay. It's used for what? Emergency situations. But today you live in a city. I live in a city. We're in this fight or flight mode every day. You get up and like, oh my God, I'm late for work. Right? We get up too late. We get up too early. Sometimes we didn't get enough sleep. Sometimes our mind, we're racing ahead so fast, we just stress our thoughts and your adrenal glands are going to fire. So 24/7 today, running from the lion, okay, you're designed to what? Get away from something, get out of danger with your adrenals. That's how ancient man survived using his adrenal glands. But today, modern man, we're so modern, we stress ourselves out. We should learn from ancient man to take times, you eat, you drink, go back to cave, you rest, right? Today, that doesn't work so well. So your thyroid, your pancreas, and your adrenals are all hormones to help regulate weight loss. Whether you keep more body fat on you or get body fat off of you, your mood, your energy, your sleep, all those things that we talked about are involved in those particular glands. Okay. Now, simple ways to test your adrenals. Now, those of you think, okay, well, I want to know if my adrenal glands are working right. Drink a cup of coffee, and can you go right to sleep at night? If you're one of those ones can drink your coffee and to proclaim, hey, it doesn't bother me, well, your adrenal glands are flatlining on you. So when your adrenal glands begin to go away, usually in your 40s, and they begin to not function like they used to do, like you can drink 2 cups of coffee and I don't feel anything. My body's really strong. No, your body is really weak. You should be sensitive to caffeine. But if you are not, that is your adrenal glands are not firing anymore because you've overused them. Now, when your adrenal glands go to flatline, you got 3 stages. When you go into that 3rd stage, your hormones begin to go up and down. Cortisol goes the wrong way. Growth hormone, other hormones get out of balance, and you start staying up at night and you can't sleep. In the morning, you feel like a freight train ran you over. That's the sign that your cortisol levels have begun to change, because cortisol should be high in the morning, but it begins to drop in the morning. So with this, guys, with your hormones changing, you're going to lose energy. You begin to gain that little tire around your belly. Those of you, maybe you feel like you're lean, but you feel like you have this little tire around your waist. That is your cortisol levels out of balance. That is your adrenal glands getting tired. Even though you lean your body, but just, man, that belly area just seems to hang on to the fat cells. That is your adrenals. If you're sitting or lying down and you go to stand up quickly and you feel lightheaded, dizzy, that is your adrenals. So there's a lot of things involved in adrenal glands. So when you're exercising and you know your adrenals are tired, yang energies when you train real hard. You go weight lift, you run, you exercise hard. When you're tired, don't go do something again after work and keep fatiguing your body. That's when you do what they call yin exercises. You do your Tai Chi, Qigong, you do walks, you climb stairs lightly. Don't get your heart rate up too high so you don't stress your adrenals. So you have to decide age-wise how your adrenals are doing. But once you get to 40, 50, over 50, you have to really be careful, because when your adrenals start to go, and if you really burn those suckers out really good, you're going to age quickly. You're going to be that person who looks like they're 100 years old in their 60s. Okay, so let me go to the next thing. So what is the thing about glands that they don't like? These glands. What is your adrenal glands don't like? And that's called sugar. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for a little thing I had on this. I think it's like 170,000 ounces. I had it a second ago. Let me find it for you. Oh, there it is. No, it's pounds. Sorry, excuse me. So guess how many pounds of sugar do we consume each year? Everybody on average here in America. Just take a guess. I don't mean ounces. Let's go to pounds now. We, on an average, 120 pounds of sugar a year. Now, my niece, Ashley, are you out there? Okay, her, it's about 240 pounds. Just double it for her. And just one of those pounds is in her coffee every morning. What is she doing to herself? What are the rest of us doing? We just take and just dump a whole bunch of just raw sugar, which is not necessarily the best sugar, but raw, refined sugar, not so good for you. Xylitol, stevia, agave, better sugars for you. Okay, raw cane sugar is okay, but still in high amounts, it still affects you. But most of the sugar you see has been really extremely refined. It's on the tables, the cheap stuff. Okay? You put that to the body, and it just goes straight to your bloodstream. Your adrenal glands just freak out. Okay, so when you're doing lots of sugar, you're basically throwing your adrenal glands in the shock, and your thyroid is trying to figure out what you're doing to yourself. So you become eventually in your 40s what they call insulin resistant. Insulin resistant. Okay. So when you get insulin resistant, what happens? Glycogen is no longer released in your body. Result is you start to gain your weight. Okay? You're storing body fat that you shouldn't store. So one of the first things you can do for this is start eating. Now, I'm not talking to the vegetarians. There's a time to go vegetarian, and that's another talk. And your cancer patient is a time also to go vegetarian. But right now, let's talk about diabetes and weight loss. Protein and veggies, guys. You got to watch your carbohydrates. Even the whole grains. You know, the pyramid that says the food's like this, which should be a really upside down, the little pyramid. You guys need to lean meats and vegetables. Ton of vegetables and a high fat. Now, high protein decreases insulin, increases glycogen levels. Okay, the release of the energy. So this is going to help you with weight loss. Now that was two things. Number three, number three for weight loss. Those are here on board. So number three is junk food. Dun, dun, dun. Fast food. We live in a fast food world. But go to the fast food today and compare the prices. You do a burger, a fries, and a soda. You spent $12. Okay? You can eat 2 meals at home, 3 meals at home prepared, like I'm doing right now, making chicken stew, guys. Wonderful. Fast food is getting expensive. It's not as cheap as you think. Feed a family of kids and see how much it just cost you. Okay? So what's the thing about fast food? What is the thing? Trans fats. Anybody knows what those are? Such as margarine. There's butter. Used to be called vitamin F in the old days. Butter was called a vitamin, by the way, in the past. But margarine, throw margarine outside on the ground and watch even the ants run away from it. Okay, ants eat everything. You put anything out there, they're going to come carry that food away, right? But any kind of substance out there that they don't like, usually that's not good for your body. So if you have some ants, do the ant test, put it outside, see if the ants don't like it. If the ants don't like it, you shouldn't eat it. Put some aspartame over your ant pile if you have some fire ants and watch them just run for their lives. Okay, so think about that low-calorie sweetener you're putting in your body called aspartame. It's got different names today. They hide the name, but you got to get away from the sugars. So fried foods, donuts, French fries, deep fried foods. Man, Louisiana, those foods taste wonderful. It's nothing like seafood from Louisiana. But you also have what? When you go to Louisiana and live there too long like I did, you start developing a belly. And you start developing a bigger body in all the wrong ways. It's all the bad fats. Bad food fats simply can't be broken down by your liver. There's many things that go along with that, but they're widely used in all the commercial preparations as trans fats. They say they don't, but still, if you go by a fast food place that's frying food, how often do you think they change that grease? Like once a day, once a week? I'm not really sure what the rules are there, but I'm sure it's not too often or not often enough. Crackers, cookies, cakes, pastries, microwave popcorn, all stuff that has these kind of fats in them, guys. According to Walter Willett, who's an MD, okay, and he's a Harvard guy, so we got to listen to these guys. Eating trans fats, particular margarine, listen to this, particular margarine kills 30,000 to 100,000 people a year. Now, it's not me saying this. This is this guy from Harvard, right? They said people die from heart disease from the bad fats all the time, which do clog your arteries. Okay. The good fats do not. They clean there is a difference. Okay, so if you have some margarine, just take a minute, watch me. I'll give you like a second. Walk over to your refrigerator, take it, and throw it in the garbage. Now you've done your best health thing you can do for the day is chunking it in the garbage. Now they say eat lots of fruits. Increase your fruit to help and stop a lot of conditions, balance a lot of conditions. But I'm telling you here, fruits will also make your blood sugar go up. Fruits will also, too much will affect your adrenal glands, affect your thyroid. So I'm not a big fan of eating a lot of fruits. A fruit smoothie once a day is good for you. But as far as becoming a fruitarian, eating too much fruit, and you're trying to lose weight, it's just not going to happen. Okay, so let's see. Free radicals in the body, smoking, tobacco, toxins, pollutants. Go outside, breathe the city air, all the carbons in the air, hydrocarbons. These all what do? They damage the cell, the protein, the DNA. So what do you do about that? I can't go outside and spray something in the air to change it. But what you can do is in your home, you can have air purifiers in your home. Now, always, there's going to be more oxygen outside most of the time than in your home because your doors and windows are closed. So make sure once a day you do open your doors and windows and let some fresh air with oxygen in your home. So what I recommend is getting a nice ozone machine. This one got a little wet, guys, but see this guy? This is a this is a little more expensive one, but I found this one at a seminar, and I watched these guys set this little device up, this little ozone machine, and they put some cigarette smoke in a little box, and like in seconds, it went and sucked the cigarette smoke right out. I don't have any more information except I can give you the website. There you go. So, ultimate air purification for your home, business, RV, boat. And ozone is one way that goes in and gets the smells out of your carpet, gets the mold out of your carpet, out of your vents, because it goes in there and breaks up the molecular structure of that mold, that bacteria in your home. So ozone is the way to go, guys. Now, if you put it in your room and close the doors, leave it there overnight, or best if you're away for a weekend, come back, open the doors, let some fresh air in, because too much ozone is going to be too rich for you to breathe. But it's great for purifying your home. course, don't forget to leave your pets. Make sure they're out of the room if you're locked in a room. But I always say, go to your bedroom, ozonate it. Go to your bathrooms, go to living rooms, use your ozone machine in separate rooms during the day and clean up your air, guys. So these free radicals will damage your DNA, will damage proteins in the body. In time, free radicals do what? They destroy the cells of your body, basically. Okay, let's see. So water. Let's go to water now. Remember, we're talking about weight loss, guys. Those of you just joining us. Drinking spring water. Spring water from not a bottle. This bottle is spring water. Well, most bottled water is acidic, has a pH of 3. I did a study in California with a scientist years ago. We got every bottled water on the market, set them on the counter. We got pH papers. We tested them. And we also, there was a guy there who knew how to test for different chemicals. He had some kind of spectroanalysis machine. Every one of them were loaded full of fluoride. Fluoride, sodium fluoride. They used to use it in rat poison. Okay, used to use it in the war camps. The Russians use it. The Germans use it to what? To sedate you, to slow down your brain function, to destroy your pineal gland, to make you unaware, to make you just become the sheep. Okay, so spring water has lots of minerals. There's one company called Penta water. They're a little more expensive if you're going to drink a bottled water. But when you get bottled water, guys, look on there and see if it says fluoride free, BPA free, other chemicals free. Because fluoride is very difficult to get out of your water. Reverse osmosis will do it. Ozonation, distillation. You can get these machines fairly inexpensive these days. At least use it for your drinking water and your cooking. So spring water, how much should I drink a day? Well, do your body weight, divide it in half, and say there's your ounces. Now, do I drink half my body weight every day? No, I don't, to be honest with you. Some days I don't drink a lot, but you know, when I'm dehydrated, I can feel it. My eyes get tired, my eyes get itchy. Your brain function slows down. Of course, my wife says my brain function is not working right anyway. But the idea is you start feeling the difference. You get tight in the body. You get low energy. You need water, but you need water with minerals. And so if you're drinking if you know your water's clean, you go to our website at Ki Essentials, ki-essentials.com, and you get the Himalayan sea salt, the real, because a lot of fake salts out there, the real Himalayan sea salt. You put it in water, let it sit overnight, and then take you about a teaspoon during the day of that water and drink that teaspoon during the day. Put it in your spring water. 84 trace minerals. It carries its own electromagnetic field. So when you drink it, in 24 hours time, your energy field around your body will expand. Now people go, oh, he's talking about energy again. Here we go. Well, why wouldn't I? Your body's very electrical. You are electromagnetic fence around your body. Why would you not want that to expand? Because sick people have no fields, guys. When you're not feeling well, your energy field decreases, the hertz of the body goes down, and when you go under 62 hertz of your body, you're now vibrating the same as what? Cold and flu. Here comes cold and flu, you got it. Why do some people be all around it all the time, like me in the office, I'm around sick patients? How do we not get it? Because the vibration in our body is higher than that bug. Essential oils are the best. Rose oil is what? 320 hertz. But just get some organic lavender oil, get a diffuser. Even Walmart has the cheap ones these days, and put that in your house. So from spring water to cleaning your air, and now cleaning the air not necessarily working so well for weight loss, which is our subject today, but clean water is. You have to get lots of fluids. Fluids wash out the fat cells. They clean the toxins out of the body, guys. So water is very important in weight loss. Here's one for you. The study in environmental science and technology. Drugs used such as antibiotics, hormones, strong painkillers, tranquilizers, as well as those used in chemotherapy, they have been measured in the surface groundwater and tap water. Now, here's a question for you who live in Texas here, especially Houston area. Where is our city water from? Do you know? Anybody know? I'm looking. Come on, where is the city water from? Your city water is from Lake Livingston. Okay, the surface water, right? That's where it takes it from. The guy who built, a good friend of mine, he built 610 around the city, and he told me exactly where the water comes from. But where does our sewage go to? Do you know that answer? The same place. Isn't that wonderful? Wow. So we should just like take our toilet and drink out of it like the dog does. It'd be about the same idea, right? Surface water. U.S. water supply has 10 times the amount of antibiotics as compared to Germans in their water. They did a study comparing in Germany their resident tap water and comparing to the United States. So basically, if you don't filter your water at all, you're drinking those things. You're taking in over 10 different chemicals in the body, pharmaceutical drugs. You're taking in antibiotics. You're taking in chemotherapy drugs because people all urinate this out of your body. And water has an energy signal on it. The molecules of it carry an energy signal. Plenty of doctors, Dr. Emoto has 7 books about this, about they carry energy signals. So if you drink water that has the energy signal of some disease, it showed that that water crystal can help recreate disease in your body. Just think about that one for a second. So filter your water, guys. Secret number 4. We finally got there, right? Notice I'm not in any hurry today. I'm sorry to tell you, but the news is in. You must exercise. You must actually get off your couch and do something. And I'm telling you guys, you need to sweat. Because if you have a autoimmune disease or you have cancer or some serious disease, most of you will find if someone has a serious disease, that person is not sweating anymore. Diaphoresis is one of the ways your body gets toxins out. So what do? You pee it out, you poop it out, you sweat it out, and do what? What's the 4th one? Respiration. And the only way you're going to get toxins out this way is by, you said it, exercise. That is the way to get toxins out. You have to get to that anaerobic state, breathing really hard to clean your lungs out, guys. Now, what do women have? They have the menstrual cycle, you know, the little bicycle. No, the menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle is a way to get toxins out. So as soon as they stop having their cycle, they start having more problems and issues with their body. And so these are the ways to get toxins out. So exercise, guys, is a way. 3 times a week, 30 minutes. Start once a week. Get up in the morning and do a jumping jack. My good friend Doug Caparino. Hey, Doug, how you doing out there? Doug's suggestion to people who don't exercise is, can you jump up and down for 1 time in the morning? Can you just kind of, okay? Can you do that? That's called exercise. So if you do 1, you think, man, that wasn't so bad. I did that okay. So the next day you may go, let me see, I did 1. Wow, I did 2. That wasn't so painful. So exercise can begin as slow as that. I like a little rebounder, those little small trampolines. You get on those things in your house. You don't have to get out in the weather these days, the cold weather and these things. Go to the gym. You get a little rebounder. I got a website. I like sending people for those. Get in touch with me. I'll send you to it. And you can get you a nice rebounder and exercise for 5 minutes. It's like going outside and jogging for a while. If you exercise 10 minutes, 20 minutes, up to 30 minutes at a time, you will not only tone your body, have more muscles, you'll actually give this exercise bounce to the body, which will strengthen your organs. And ladies who are listening right now, those of you who get leaky bladders, one of the oldest tricks in the book I learned from an old osteopath years ago. He's dead and gone now. He says he used a rebounder years ago after having many babies, women get leaky bladders. For 5 minutes, he called it a health bounce. And by jumping on that little rebounder, they strengthened their bladder again and stopped having a leaky bladder. Not going to hear that anywhere, are you? So rebounders have multiple types of uses. If ladies, you got the bat wings back here, I had a patient says, I can't get rid of my back wings. Okay, she tried everything that I could imagine. She did it. She went and trained. But she said the one thing that helped her was getting on a rebounder and using little dumbbells. And she got up to doing 30 minutes a day and came in the office and look at this. Man, she had muscles, let me tell you. I said, what are you on steroids? She goes, no, I did that thing. I go, what thing is that? She goes, the rebounder. So I was really surprised she actually did it and had the results to show it. Plus, she wasn't actually 30 years old either. She was a little bit over 60, I believe, and had muscles. So ladies, rebounders, you must exercise. You must go dancing. They got so many of these dancing schools these days. Go learn a new dance. You don't need your husbands, ladies. The guys that want to dance, let them sit on the couch and get the belly. You go take a salsa class. Take some kind of West Coast swing. Do something fun. Hopefully your husbands, if your wife goes dancing and you don't go with her, I had plenty of cases where that wife went so many times, guess what? She found somebody else to dance with, if you know what I mean. Guys, get off the couch, go dance with her. I don't like to dance. Well, so what? Maybe she doesn't like to fish and you like to fish, but does she go fishing with you? Probably so. I'm talking to you, and you know exactly who I'm talking to about that one. If you do not do things together in your marriage, you will end up separate and you end up divorced. It's real simple. So Sometimes you have to go do something you don't want to do, but you know your husband likes to do it, or you may do your wife, what she likes to do, even though you don't like to do it. Because why? Why are you going to do something that you don't necessarily love and they do? Because you love them. That's right. And that keeps you married. All right. So exercise. I like Qigong in the morning, guys. So Qigong, Tai Chi, a little yoga, easy to do all by yourself in the mornings. Now, exercise does what? It builds muscle mass. Muscle mass and muscle cells is where your metabolism occurs. When you're building muscles, you increase your metabolism. It determines how fast or how slow that your body converts food into energy that your body can actually use. So if you're being a slug oozing around your house, your metabolism is that of a slug. But if you just do a little exercise and speed it up, you become like these little rodents. There was this little, it's called a shrew. S-H-R-E-W. Shrew has the fastest metabolism on the planet. It has like, I think it's 100 times faster than a human. It's a mammal. So this little bitty animal has so much energy, it tracks down and kills things like 10 times its size and eats it. So it needs this extremely high metabolism. So I always tell you, become like a shrew, develop a metabolism that's much greater than what it is now. And just that alone will keep you in shape, just having a high metabolism. So metabolism occurs primarily where? In your muscle tissue. So the more muscle mass you have, the more metabolic activity that occurs. Metabolism converts food to energy. Not enough metabolism, food becomes what? It becomes fat. Okay. So women, you have a slower metabolism. Men, it's about 10%, would scientists say. But well, I'll tell you this, women usually have more body fat than guys. Okay. That's not picking on you. Don't throw things at me. I'm just giving you some facts. As usually women will have more body fat. So when you have more body fat, you also contain more toxins. And that's why this talk is not about cleansing. I got plenty of talks about those. But you must cleanse to reduce the size of your fat cells. Fat cells don't necessarily go away unless you go have surgery, have them sucked out like a vacuum cleaner. Then they go away, but you just reduce them. And reducing them has helped doing detoxes and cleanses like those colon and liver flushes we talked about. So ladies, you have more, so you need to speed up your metabolism even more than men do. Exercise is movement, okay? Movement, body movement. It also keeps your brain alive. You get that blood flow, it goes into the back of the brain, you pass the blood-brain barrier. Now you can think better. If you ever get home, you're sluggish, you don't feel good, you're kind of tired at the moment, go for 20 minutes and exercise. Luckily for me, I live in a condo and like I can walk 20 feet to a little gym in here and exercise. And my brain is back on, my body has energy again, because it doesn't take very long for your body to circulate blood through your body 8 times around. And so as that blood is circulating through your whole body, you're filtering out the blood. You're filtering out the debris, the dead cells, the chemicals. Okay? So Harvard studies, walking 30 minutes a day could reduce the incidence of breast cancer. They say by women up to 70%. Once again, there's Harvard. So if Harvard says so, it must be true. Therefore, lose weight, you must look at how active you are to increasing your muscle mass. That's what the experts are saying. Now, I like to think that I'm an expert in areas, but maybe I'm not. But I'm here to tell you, I've been exercising my complete life. Even when I get injured, even when I was traumatized through martial arts, I've dislocated shoulders, elbows, multiple injuries. I basically have injured, like my wife will say, my brain. But from here down, I've injured every part of my body. But when something was injured, I didn't let that stop me from working out and exercising. I still realize if I have one arm that doesn't work, I have 2 legs, another arm that does. Now, the jaw is one, and people know how to work this one quite well, but obviously talking a lot doesn't help you lose weight. Sorry. Okay. So I like to tell my martial arts students, well, Sensei, we can't come to class tonight because my foot hurts. Or Sensei, we can't make it tonight because, my shoulder's really hurting. And as my teacher used to tell me, he says, if someone goes to attack you on the street, or they're going to say, oh, by the way, I'm going to attack you and rob you. Is your shoulder okay? Because I want you to be healthy before I attack you. No, you've got 3 other limbs that work quite well, and you exercise around an injury. So don't let an injury put you on the couch and put you away, guys, because that is a way to get everything moving. I had a patient one time, he got a forklift, dropped all this stuff on him, crushed his ribs. Now, that's a little different. He got damaged quite well. So he damaged like that. What happened to him? He gained a lot of weight. And it took him almost 2 years, got to be honest with you. But 2 years, this man did not stop working at it. And he got back down to his college weight. Not only did he lose his weight, I mean, we're talking like close to like 400 pounds. He got back to his college size, which is 200 something pounds. So this guy was very miraculous. But you know what he did? He stayed consistent. He got down. He would get depressed. He didn't feel good about himself a lot of times. And his wife wasn't so helpful. She put him down. Look at you. You're fat. Okay. That wasn't really helpful. But he had enough friends and support around him to keep him going. And of course, he had 2 kids. And so his kids were his main motivation. So if you're trying to change not only lose weight, is stay in shape, guys, is find your motivation. What is it behind it that you need to stay in shape for? Is it to see your kids, your grandkids? Is it for your job? If I don't stay in good shape, my job is very physical, my day job and my night job, so I can't do what I normally do. So it is imperative that I take care of my body and my mind and keep myself in shape. So number 5, I see some of you guys still here, right? Number 5, secret to weight loss, pain. You have to get out of pain. Okay? To lose weight, you need to increase muscle mass. We said that, right? Energy, you need the energy. So if you're in pain, what can stop somebody from working out? And just like I said, my friend with the forklift falling on him, pain stopped him from working out. Pain can stop you from working out. But remember, continue finding a way around that. That is the number 5 reason people gain weight, is to get out of pain. So don't become the couch potato, right? So what helps you get out of pain? This is the part I'm going to talk about me for a second. To get you to lose weight and get out of pain is, what is one thing you may need to do? You may need to see a professional. You may need to see a chiropractor, a massage therapist, an acupuncture. I always say use the 3. I get adjusted. The doctors who work with me. I use an acupuncturist, and I use body workers. You need that fascial area to move. You need the muscles to relax. You need the blood flow to lymphatics. So I go twice a month to get adjusted. Twice a month. For the rest of my life, I can't see function any less than that. If I go a month or 2 without that, literally things begin to hurt, things begin to come back, I get stiff, things don't work the same. So you need to get your spine adjusted. You need to make all those little bones in your spine. This is where chiropractic is a superior form of this. Even if you guys have a doctor who doesn't spend a lot of time on these 5-minute doctors who just rack them, crack them, they still move the bones, which are going to help blood flow. Bones are very vascular, by the way. Lots of blood flow. This is going to help lymphatic and circulatory systems. When you get your atlas, that first bone up here, adjusted. The atlas is the old chiropractors of the old days called this the light bulb of the body. And those of you who do metaphysical work into the esoterics, when you open up the atlas, your intuitive abilities become stronger. And I can honestly tell you guys, whenever I'm doing this type of intuitive work myself, when I don't feel 100%, I go get someone who can move that first bone really well, the atlas. There's an art to that, by the way, the occiput atlas. When that is moving, it's like a light bulb. Everything comes on, and you're clear. So get adjusted, get massage, find a good acupuncturist. I actually have 3 different acupuncturists. I have one who had low back injuries. One I had an elbow injury. And so you have to find people who specialize in different areas to give you the most benefit for what you need. Now, 89% of Americans have some sort of pain on a monthly basis. It's the stats, guys. That's almost 90%. Think about that. 90% of Americans on a monthly basis have some sort of pain. Just think about that for a moment. So Americans experience also thousands of traumas growing up: falls, sports, accidents, repetitive injuries, car wrecks, job-related injuries. Now, when I ask on a patient exam, it's funny, I ask somebody, do they have any trauma, any past injuries? And people put no. And I go, are you from this planet? Or were you raised one of the babies in a bubble somewhere? Because if you have had no trauma that you can think of, you haven't thought deep enough. I was one time overseas with my family, and we're playing on this huge bed with the kids. It's about 5, 6 kids. And of course, you have little kids, what they want to do on the bed. They want to jump. They want to wrestle. Let's fight, right? So within 1 hour, I witnessed probably 100 different traumas to the body to these kids. They'd hit their heads together, they'd fall off the bed, they'd hit their head on the cabinet, fall against the bedpost. It's just kids playing. So remember, I watched over 100 traumas in an hour. So you have been traumatized. Being born is a trauma. Going through the birth canal, poop, that's a trauma. So falling on your knees, your rear as a kid, you have forgotten your traumas. So everyone has some kind of undetected neurological issues. Everybody does, guys. It's just called life. Add stress to that, bad diet, too much caffeine, too much sugar, and here you go. Here comes the weight gain. So all these undetected nerve areas need to be dealt with. Now, if you don't have pain, get on a monthly regimen. See your acupuncturist when you need them. Get massages every month. Now, if you can't afford them, guys, massages are too expensive. Go to the massage school if you can't afford. Go to these. You ever seen these reflexology places where it's the Chinese guys that keep your clothes on and they massage you and put your feet in hot water? Even you guys in Alexandria, Louisiana, right there where my house used to be in Louisiana, there is a reflexology, and those guys are good. I don't know, and I'm joking, I don't know if they have their families enslaved and they have to work for free. I'm not really sure what the deal is, but they offer it really cheap to you. And I hate to pick on those guys, but these guys are good. Now, what I like, if something really bothers me, my neck, my shoulder specifically, I have a specialist that I know will work on that area. Some of these guys are excellent at some kind of myofascial release technique, another type of cranial sacral stuff. So explore those areas and make sure you get yourself out of pain. One chiropractor doesn't work for you, go to another one. Do you eat a bad steak and stop eating steak? No, you find someone who matches your energy, who you really feel that they're really accomplishing something with you and helping your body stay in tune. And not only that, help improve your body. When you get work done, you should have a better quality of function with your body. And now you got the right people around you. So you guys get your go-to team for you and develop your team to help you keep your body functioning optimum levels so you don't age, you don't gain weight like you should. Okay? So that's the part about injuries. So this is the big part, undetected nerve damage. Now, here's a question. I'm looking at you reading over there, guys. Hey, Mena, Badia. What percentage of nerves? And Mena, if you're there, are you watching? Grab Mena. She's our scholar here. What percentage of your nerves go towards pain? I'm watching. Come on, anybody. What percentage of your nerves go to pain, guys? What percentage? 10%, 20%, 80%, 9%? Nope. Nope. Okay. So let me just tell you, 20%. 20% of your nerves go towards pain. So what's this other 80% going to? What's this other? Your digestion, your kidney function, brain, all your organs and glands have their own nerve function, okay? So you got sympathetic and parasympathetic systems, right? But your digestion tract is nerve function. So if you have undetected nerve problems, once again, we're talking about weight loss, your stomach is not functioning right because that has to do with the thoracic bone number T6 in your spine, T6. So this particular area, guys, if it is out of place, which can be slumped over in your chair all day, is your stomach will not be digesting your food properly, and that must be dealt with. Okay, so those you're still watching, let's go to bonus number 6. Talking about weight loss here, the emotions. This is your bonus level, those who stay to the end here. Emotions is another overlooked areas of weight loss. Many limited belief patterns are from your childhood, and they prevent you from losing weight or the fact of being healthy at all. So limited beliefs, meaning you're raised in a house, maybe you're raised in a house and everyone was diabetics in there, so they all ate bad foods and they're all overweight. So they're going to feed you the same foods, you'll be in the same mindset, the same subconscious mind thoughts of those people who are living that lifestyle. So what do? Move. Okay, when you get old enough, move away, live somewhere else, eat your own foods, change your diet, get work done differently. Don't let your subconscious mind was trained in your first 7 years of life. You're trained how to eat, sleep, how to think, how to hold your fork, how to comb your hair. Everything was put into your brain at a very early age. So these things are called limited beliefs because they limit you in life now on the decisions that you make. So when it comes to eating, those belief patterns about how you feel about yourself will be greatly affected. Now, another level, after working on a lot of people over the years, a lot of ladies that gain a lot of weight, especially get really big hips. You're seeing ladies with the small upper body and get the really big hips. A lot of this comes from a childhood trauma, which we call molestation. So for just a moment, I don't want to talk too long on this subject, but those of you out there, you may even have in your subconscious have hidden away that you were molested as a child. You were damaged as a child some way. Even just abusively, verbally abusive. You're put down, told you're stupid, told you're fat, told you're whatever was said to you, and you programmed it to your subconscious to actually believe that. These are the limited beliefs I'm speaking of. So when someone has been molested as a child, especially of women, they will gain a lot of weight this is very unconscious in this type of decision, because if you gain weight, I won't be pretty, and then they'll stop molesting me. They'll stop looking at me. So it's a thought that is a way of protection. Do you understand that? So it's a way to protect yourself with these layers. So the point you get to now in life is to understand that these layers are no longer needed. So it's time to start working on your emotions, to release these old thoughts, to neutralize all these limited beliefs that are hindering you from getting back the body that you choose. Because how you feel and how you think about yourself is basically how you look. You don't feel good, you don't think you look good, your body's going to be a reflection of that. So get in there and start working on those subconscious thoughts. Find someone who's specialist who'll work on you in these areas. We do this in our office too, guys, but a lot of you from different areas, you'll need to find someone. And I don't mean necessarily a psychiatrist who's just going to drug you and make you turn into a zombie with Prozac and things like this. I mean, someone who really gets in and goes to these childhood issues to bring it to the surface, and for you to deal with it and to release it and to let it go. It can be done. Okay, so therefore, these are the 5 points of weight loss I want to discuss with you guys today. And you had your number 6. We had the bonus, dealing with the emotions. And so I really don't have anything else to tell you except at the end of the talk here, here's my joke for the day. So back in the old days when they only used hypnosis, what did they do to you? Okay, I'm under, okay, we do this to you, or we hypnotize you. Okay, what is the modern version of that? Anybody know? Yeah, it's called the smartphone. So don't be sheep. Don't stay the zombie. Don't let this little bitty device in your hand turn you into a walking zombie, guys. Put it down. Take it out of the room. My God, if you spend a day without it, will you die? Try one day, do a once a week, leave my smartphone at home day. That is possible, by the way. Or one weekend, go a whole weekend and just don't have it on you. But what if someone needs to get in touch with me? What if someone's dying? What if a plane's falling on my head? Guys, it wasn't too many years ago, none of us had these phones. You will survive and you will be just fine without one. Of course, if you're taking this, things like these, this is actually how big these really are, that you got to take these. That's a joke. These type of things are what your digestion is not working right. They give you the big purple pill, right? That will suck the calcium right out of your bones and give you weak, brittle osteoporosis, guys. That we know for sure. So if you're looking for something to do besides pick up one of these, even teach your kids. These are things back when they found them in caves. Caveman used these. They're called cards. Okay. How about playing cards? How about teaching your kids a card game? How about playing the game called Speed? I don't mean gambling. You don't want to turn your kids into gamblers, right? Of course, if you're Muslim, it'd be against Muhammad. Those of you out there know that. We're not gambling. We're just playing a fun game. Okay. So with the cards, the games like Speed, Solitaire, learn to play cards again, guys. This has been around for a long time. And I joke about it being from caveman, but the idea is disconnect yourself from the electronic world. The 5G is here. The 5G is not good for us. It's going to be doing things to our electromagnetic energies that are very harmful. And hopefully I'm going to have ways to talk about that soon with you. But today you've had your talk about weight loss. Watch the video again. It's here on Facebook for you guys. Take it. Take action. You need some help, please get in touch with me. Signing out, this is Dr. Patrick Price, the Body Detective. You guys have a great Sunday. Oh, by the way, that's my other joke. Have a great day, guys.